It's the evening of September 8th, and even though I haven't been making any videos this past month, doesn't mean that the stone guys have stopped their job. The lower level is pretty much complete. We still have the caps to put on the stone pilasters, but aside from that, the back wall and the ledge, which continues into the lower planter. Here's another pilaster, wraps around, and of course this pilaster is completed as well. And this is the look and feel of our stair. They have not completed the inside because there's not a whole lot of viewing that really happens for us to look at this part. So I'm making sure that we use the best stone where it's highly visible. Today, the masons finished this last little bit of this little curb wall that we have here. This wall was completed quite a while ago, and they have been working upstairs for a couple weeks now. And I guess I need to back up just a little bit. This is a good example of what the planter looks like. And on the inside, you can see it's a pretty good size hole. It's been waterproofed. There is a metal ledge that supports the stone. And of course, the dirt level will come up somewhere to this level, so we won't see anything. We don't need to have any stone any further below. The electrical has already been completed. There's just a box here that ties all the lighting that we see here and here, and of course there's two on the other side, but things are progressing quite well. This again, I don't believe that this is going to be a highly visible area because we haven't really identified what we are doing in this area anyway. It may be as simple as a little garden. So, but otherwise, sorry for the jerky behavior. I've recognized that there are mosquitoes at this time of day here. But let's take a look from the top down. And we'll look over at the edge at the same time. There's a good example of what that ledge looks like. And I have to add the one right down here, which is down in this hole at the moment. But there is another lighting junction box. And we can take a look. This post, this column right here, we're going to turn into a square pilaster just like this one, but it'll extend all the way from down here up to the top. This little piece needs to be filled in yet, but it's nothing these guys can't accomplish. They've done a spectacular job with this stair. And of course, when they're done with this, we're in the process of ordering the same material for the walkway. This is gonna get cut off. There's just a control valve down at the bottom. And I guess you can't even see down in there. And then this is a tie-in drain. So, and that will complete the work in the back. This should be done in, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks maybe. And then we'll be starting to work on the front. Yes, the backyard is full of a lot of pallets of stone. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then of course there are some more pallets here. And those are the raw stones that they use for the corners. So you can see that they used a piece of raw stone, full size stone, full bed stone for each of the corners, as opposed to since all of these are actually corners that you buy that way, they're already, it's still stone, but the labor is less expensive in Montana, so you can actually buy the pre-cut corners and install them. But there's still a fair amount of work to be done, because if we take a look at one of these pieces, this would be like a corner, but it's so rough here that they're gonna cut on both sides, and then they'll end up cutting here as well, and that is if the stone looks good. But since this has got a ding in it, it probably won't even get used. Now, this piece has decent color on this side and on this side, so they'll very likely cut this end off and cut this end off, and they can use that in a corner. So that's today's video.